Not quite sure what happened there, but anyway, back. And so the choir competition, got through it. Everything went fine. And I think maybe that was a turning point where, because of what happened in junior high school with the meltdown, turning point as far as I think I pulled in, I kind of withdrew from the world. I know right now I have a problem with perky. It's a stimuli. It gets me going. People that talk loud, can't be around them. Don't really like phone calls, talking on the phone. Definitely a texter. Yeah, I will text. Love it. So, I don't know, I think that may be it. This was all about kind of putting it out there that there was somebody who had pretty much lived their life being an Aspie and didn't know it. I discovered I was doing a lot of the tricks, the things that people with Asperger's will do to get along, to get by, because we're socially awkward. I mean, I have mild Asperger's, so mine is not so bad, not as bad, as severe, but it is to me. I mean, how can I put it to you? If you know someone with severe Asperger's, or if you by chance watch the movie Adam, he presents in a very completely different way than I do, and so that that's severe and mild. But inside, yeah, inside I am like falling apart. I think inside I'm exactly inside I'm like looking like he is, the way he looks inside. It's just, I've tried to describe it to people. It's like the Super Bowl, New Year's Eve in New York, Times Square, World Cup, the Olympics, 4th of July, all at the same time, going on, all at the same time, inside, which you can't see. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's true. It is true. They say once you know, it's better. It's usually with a medical diagnosis, and it's very true. It is very true. Since it got a name, since I gave it a name, and trust me, that's what it is. It's easier. It's better. I look back on my life prior to knowing and my life after, and I kind of tell people I used to make myself uncomfortable so that others would be comfortable. I no longer do that. there are a lot of the things that I've done to help myself fit in, and I continue to do them. But there are some things that I've stepped back from. In other words, I'm not going to continue to do that. And if that makes it more difficult for people to know me or to get along with me, so be it. Because I have Asperger's. There's no medication, there's nothing you can do to get rid of it. It's here. I was born with it, and when I die is when it will be gone. So it's who I am. I'm allowing myself to be more comfortable with who I am. So it's wonderful in that aspect. It's wonderful, and I'm glad that I know. And I think I'm bringing a different take to it than pretty much every YouTube video that I've seen with people that have Asperger's. I haven't quite seen this take. Yeah, because they're much younger. And my self-diagnosis, came very late in life. So I know that's a point of view that I have not seen before or heard before. So there's that. And I ran it by my sister. She was very gung-ho for the idea. My brother, he was as well. And I kind of wasn't sure to do it, not to do it. I wasn't convinced. I just sat down and said, okay, here we go. I ran it by my chiropractor because I thought, well, maybe I will at some point want to mention him. And so I just ran it by the office, would that be okay if I mentioned his name? There's nothing that chiropractic can do for it. It's not in that sense. Dr. Jean-Paul Martinet, he's in Oakland, in the hills, Oakland Hills, Lamert. I think the area is called Lamert Park. He's on Lamert. A wonderful, wonderful little place. But when I first saw him, 1990, 1991, he had opened up a place here in San Francisco, was sharing a spot with another chiropractor. So that's how when I saw him, I live in San Francisco and he was in San Francisco. But he also had his other spot in Oakland that I really didn't know about when I first started seeing him. So I only saw him here, but then I think he was giving up that location and asked me would I be willing to come see him at his other shop in Oakland. And he was so good, I said, yeah, sure. So shout out to Dr. Martinet. Great chiropractor. Has really helped me as an individual, as a person. I mean, tremendous difference. If only you could do something with the Asperger's, that would be cool. Because Here's the thing. I'm a pianist who cannot comfortably perform in front of people. Now, I gotta be real clear here. This is not nerves. This is not being a perfectionist, which I am. This is my brain doesn't work. So when I go out to perform, and it usually goes like this. I mean, not even before I knew I had Asperger's. I would keep myself quiet, go out, getting in front of the audience, everything was fine. Do a little bow, sit down at the piano. Yeah, still good, still good. That first note, wherever it is on the piano, however it starts, that first note, my brain is gone. I don't know if it's to Chicago or to another planet, but I am like just this shell, this physical body sitting there doing whatever it is I'm doing. That's how it's felt. Every performance I've done, that exact same feeling, except twice. 2 times, I've heard performers speak of the joy, the connection to the audience, the being present, the exhilaration, and I'm sitting here like, what WTF are you talking about? Because never had it. And then twice. I got it twice. I think I know why it happened. I'm not going to say anything right now, but I think I know. And I'm going to have to do some things so that I can practice. I have to work up one of my more difficult pieces and then do what it is I think is the problem and then get in front of people and see if it's okay. And the first time it happened, an impromptu performance, did not know it was coming. It was a Bach piece, a couple of preludes. I was going to do something for somebody the next day, a special thing, and I had put together 2 Bach preludes. The number 1, slow, very quiet, very beautiful, and then the number 2, which is a little more boisterous and technically a lot more difficult. So while I was performing that, playing it, because this wasn't the day of, it was before, the Saturday before the Sunday. I'm playing it, and I literally, while I'm playing, turned to someone. There were 3 people there, and said something. There was a knock at the door, and I turned and said, could you get that because yada, 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 something, something, something. Kept playing, did not stop. And it was during the number 2 prelude, a very technically difficult prelude. And I was like, not during, afterwards, I was like, what? I remembered it. I was so present. Wow, that was, I was sitting right there at the keyboard. It was And it was glorious. I mean, it was absolutely glorious. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's true. What those people are saying about performing, it's true. I had no clue until this happened that was even possible. And with me, oh wow. I mean, it's glorious. Glorious. If I knew that I could do that, I could feel that way every time I went out to play the piano, you couldn't get me to stop. Oh, you want to hear me play? Do you want to do this? Do you have something coming up that I can play? But I'm not sure that's how it's going to be. I haven't really tried it. I tried it one time after that, and yeah. And that was for like maybe 15, 20 people. But it was the first Bach prelude, so it's a little quiet piece. I need to work up something bigger, something longer, because both the preludes are very short. So I mean, I think the two of them together was like 4 minutes. I need to work up one of my, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12-minute pieces. Liszt, Chopin, Rachmaninoff, and see what happens. Then I'll know. So anyway, there it is. This was titled "Me and My Asperger's." I think you got it. I'm Oz. See ya.